Hello and welcome. My name is Frederick Opoku, and I would like to thank you for joining us this Giving Tuesday. On this Global Day of Giving, I am happy to bring you closer to our work at Penn as we seek support to train more teachers in our approach. Penn has over 500 hands-on activities mapped to the Ghanaian National Science Curriculum. I'm going to take you through 3 of these simple activities. The first activity is what we call the balloon skewer experiment. So in this experiment, I am going to show you how to pierce an inflated balloon with a skewer without popping it. The materials we will need for this experiment are wooden skewer, 2 balloons, and then cooking oil as a lubricant. So first of all, we'll make dots on the balloons. So we'll make dots on the balloons. So 3 dots each. And then we inflate the balloons. If you look at the balloon, the dots here is a bit stretched, and then here is not so much stretched, and here it is not stretched at all. So we'll pop the balloon here at where the dot is stretched. Okay, so the balloon pops. Then we inflate the second balloon. So this is the inflated balloon, the second balloon actually. So we will lubricate the skewer with the cooking oil, and then we'll attempt to pierce the balloon at the bottom. We will attempt to pierce the balloon at the bottom with the skewer and see what happens. So you twist it a bit, and then at this end yes. So the balloon has been pierced with the skewer and it did not pop. So the first balloon popped at the side when it was stretched. So the side was stretched, but if you look at this side, it's not stretched. The color is still deep. And at this side too, it's not stretched. The color is still deep. The theory behind this skewer experiment is that the thick areas of the balloons have less stress or strain than the stretched areas. And there are strands of balloon molecules around the skewer that prevents air from escaping from the balloon. And this is as a result of the high elasticity of the thick areas of the balloon. The next experiment is what we call CO2 balloon. In this second experiment, the materials we will need are vinegar, baking soda, a plastic spoon, and then a balloon. So what we are going to do is that we are going to fetch baking soda from here into the balloon. So I will open my baking soda, and then so I'm adding baking soda into the balloon. So I'll add 1 more spoon of baking soda into the balloon. Yes. Then we'll put that aside. And then I'll open my vinegar, bottle of vinegar, and then try and put the balloon at the mouth of the bottle containing the vinegar. Okay, so this has been successful. So I will lift the balloon like this so that the content of the balloon, which is the baking soda, will be emptied into the bottle containing the vinegar, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, the balloon has been inflated, and then the reaction is taking place in the bottle. In this experiment, the vinegar contains acetic acid, and then the baking soda contains sodium bicarbonate. So they combine in a reaction to produce sodium acetate, which is a salt, water, and then CO2 gas. So the CO2 gas is what is collected in the balloon. The last experiment is called the breathing model. For the third and last experiment, which we call the breathing model, we need a plastic bottle, an empty plastic bottle that has been cut in half. So we have cut this in half, and then we have thrown away the bottom part. And then we'll need a balloon or two. We need a plastic bag, a polythene bag or a plastic bag. And then we need rubber band. So what we are going to do is that we are going to fix the balloon at the mouth of the bottle, so the balloon hangs in the bottle. Yes. And then we are going to use the rubber band to attach the polythene bag or the plastic bag at the cut end or the open end of the bottle. So we need more polythene bag to hold. So I'll pull this up a bit. Yes. And then we are good to go. Pull the polythene bag down and the balloon inflates. Push it up and then it deflates. So we'll repeat that a couple of times. Inflate, deflate, inflate, deflate, inflate, deflate. In this experiment, the balloon represents the lungs, the plastic bag, the diaphragm, and the bottle, the thoracic cavity. Pulling the plastic bag down causes an expansion of the cavity, bringing about inspiration and causing the balloon to inflate. Pushing the plastic bag up causes a reduction in the volume of the cavity, causing expiration, and then the balloon will deflate. Each of the experiments cost less than $2, but the average price for standard lab equipment to undertake any of these experiments will be a little over $200. Whilst about 95% schools in Ghana cannot afford that, our approach makes it possible for children to learn science the practical way. We are grateful for your participation. You can support us scale up to enable more Ghanaian children learn science the practical way by signing up as a pen pal. Pen pals donate at least $20 each month. With this amount, one Ghanaian child can get practical hands-on STEM education for a year.